The views expressed in this program do not necessarily reflect those of this station.
Welcome to Insights into Northeast Michigan, a WBKB News public affairs program. Insights deals with the issues affecting those in the community, as well as Northeast Michigan and the state. And now, Insights into Northeast Michigan.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Insights. I'm Erica Fernandez, and I'm joined here today by two members of the Alpena Area Chamber of Commerce, Luciana King and Jackie Krawchak. Thank you, ladies, for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you.
So today's topic, we are talking about the 4th of July parade, and there's been a lot of discussion about new management and what's going to happen, what the result will be. But tell me, how long has the parade been under the management of the chamber?
So I don't know the exact answer to that, but I have been with the chamber for it's almost 9 years, and we've been doing it for much longer than that. So it's been quite a while.
Yeah, it's been something that the community has always looked forward to as well.
They have. It has changed even in the 9 years I've been here, though, because it's the Lafarge 4th of July parade because they sponsor it. They and some other organizations had a much larger role when I first got here of assisting with putting the parade on, and then that slowly dwindled down to just the Chamber of Commerce being kind of the managing organization for the parade.
Okay. And you mentioned that there has been some changes over the years. What are some of the more significant changes that you've seen from the parade?
As far as the parade goes? Mm-hmm. So, and I don't know, Lucian, I don't know if you've been on the board as long as we've been discussing this. Actually, might have been discussing it before you joined the board even. So it's been in our discussions for a very long time, but knowing that eventually this was the direction that the chamber wanted to head, we looked at the product of the parade and we said it wasn't a very high quality product, and we thought eventually if we want to hand this off to somebody else, we have to have a product that somebody wants to take over. And so we've done things over the years to change the parade to make it a higher quality product. And some of the things include, it used to be a very long parade, and on that hot summer day, not everybody wants to be outside standing there for 2 hours. So we limited the amount of entries that were in the parade. We did have a fee for entries. We thought that might eliminate some of the people that just kind of stepped up the day before and said, hey, I want to be in the parade, and didn't put a lot of effort into their entry. We made different rules that people would follow. No spraying the audience with water.
Safety.
Safety rules that we changed. We just made a lot of little changes to increase the, I guess you could say, viewing pleasure for the audience and the organization of the parade.
So you guys have always kind of had it in the back of your mind that you will eventually hand this off to another business or organization?
It's been an ongoing process, and that was the end goal. It's still a community parade. It belongs to the community, so we wanted more of the community to be involved.
So why suddenly has the chamber decided to kind of hand off the responsibilities?
So each year the chamber has a new board. You have a couple of people that go off the board and a few new people that come on. And so there's a little bit of a learning curve with these ongoing projects. And so each year you might have to talk about the issue with the incoming board members, make sure everybody's on the same page. We really never had a board member that was adamantly opposed to this direction. It was more of just a learning curve of how we would accomplish it. Each year we would try a few different ways. Like one year we tried to get service clubs to help. One year we tried something with different volunteers. I mean, we've just tried different ways to either hand it off or to change the way it was managed. And it eventually just got to a point where we had tried everything we could possibly think of. And we just set a deadline for ourselves and said, okay, by the February board meeting, we would have a solution to this kind of, I don't want to say nagging program, but it really was taking away from some more important things that we wanted to be working on.
Yeah. So we know that performance soccer will now be taking over, managing the parade. As far as qualifications, what were you guys looking for?
Community-minded individuals or an organization that has definitely the community in mind. Okay. You know, we don't want it to go, we've worked hard to get it to where it's at and be as organized as we could, and someone that we could trust to take over that organization and keep the parade for what it is and make it bigger and better in their own way.
Yeah, and I'm sure that you guys are confident that the performance soccer will do that as well. And just keeping to the natural tradition of it. So since the Chamber will not be managing the parade, what other things can the public expect from you guys?
Well, a couple of the things that are on our strategic goals for this year, and actually probably moving forward, are workforce development, educational attainment. So we can now take the staff time that was devoted to the parade and some of that energy and put it into these very important topics to our members, where we can start looking at ways we can increase educational attainment levels, and then we can also look at workforce development. So we've got this great gap of skills between what our businesses are looking for and what potential employees have, and they are having trouble filling jobs. And so those are just two examples of areas we now have a little more time and energy to put into those things, which at the end of the day, those are more impactful to our local economy. The parade is incredibly important, but we really feel the need to work on some of these really deep, key issues in the community. Okay,
perfect. And so, like we mentioned before, Casey Stutzman from Performance Soccer will now be taking the reins on this. So I hope that this transition goes smoothly and that the parade is a successful one.
It will be.
It will be.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Stay tuned, because coming up next, Casey Stutzman will join me in the studio.